everybody, my name is Joanna with Splatterdash Studios, and you're watching the September Fun Box Scarecrow Painting. For this painting project, you're going to need your medium canvas out of your Fun Box, your acrylic paints, a paper plate to put your paints on for a palette, a cup of clean water, your brush out of your Fun Box, and I like to have a couple more just in case, a paper towel. You're going to need a pencil, but I'm going to use a Sharpie so that you can see my lines really good through the video. And finally, a hairdryer to dry in between our steps. You're going to begin by putting white and the raw sienna mustard color on a paper plate. You're going to take your big brush and dip it in the clean water. And then take your wet brush, dip it in white paint, and start at the top corner, drawing a straight line all the way down to the bottom corner. You only want to do this a few times, making it about 2 or 3 inches thick, before putting on your raw sienna mustard color on top. I like to dip my brush in water to blend the two colors together. Remember, don't paint your entire canvas white first and then go back, because the acrylic will dry and won't be able to blend. When you're done, blow dry your entire canvas. Now let's draw our scarecrow. You're going to use a pencil with a good eraser, but I'm going to use a Sharpie marker so that you can see my lines through the camera. Start by drawing a half circle in the middle of your canvas on the side. I like to make it really big. This will be the face of our scarecrow. Overlapping the top of this shape, draw a straight line with zigzags on the side and bring it back to the side of your canvas. Draw a curvy line on top to make the hat, and you're going to do a rainbow shape overlapping the bottom of your circle face to draw the body. Now it's time to paint. Let's pour a little bit of each color onto our paper plate and start by mixing our yellow and raw sienna to paint our face. You want to paint underneath the hat shape, but over the body shape so that our face sits on top of our body. The next step is to paint the hat. We're going to do this by mixing yellow and red to make an orangey color. I'm also going to add a little bit of that dark brown just to give it a little bit of a richer color. Once it's all mixed, you're going to go ahead and paint your hat and the zigzag part. You might want to switch to a smaller brush to paint the zigzag. Now we're going to paint our body. I'm going to mix yellow and blue together to make a nice rich green. You only want to add just a little bit of blue to your yellow since it's such a dark color. Right now I'm doing a first coat. In just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and blow dry my canvas, but I'm going to add a second coat to each section of this scarecrow. Once you've put a second coat on each of your spaces, you're going to go ahead and blow dry it again. Alright, let's move on to the next step. You're going to put a little bit of black on your paper plate. And we're going to use this black to paint our overalls. At the very bottom of the body, paint a strip of black going from the side all the way to the edge of your canvas. And paint another smaller rectangle going vertically from that black space up to where the head meets the body, right at the shoulder. Good job! Now I want to show you a trick. If you hold your brush flat across, it'll make a big thick line, but if you turn it to the side, it makes a thin line. So we're going to turn it to the side to make real thin lines for the hair of our scarecrow. You're going to do this right underneath the hat, and I do a little flicking motion, so that way they get really pointy lines. Next, I'm going to paint 2 small ovals for the eyes. You might want to switch to a smaller brush for this step. Alright, let's paint the stick hand now. You're going to do a solid line going straight out from the body, and from this you're going to make a fork. 2 lines in a triangle shape at the very tip. I like to make the middle line a little bit longer. For the crow, start with the letter U that sits at the end of that hand. For the head of the crow, just paint a small line that goes out from the top of the letter U. And for the tail, you're going to do a triangle that points straight down and then has a rainbow on top, connecting the tail all the way to the top of the head. Then just color it all in using the black paint. For the orange carrot nose, I'm going to mix yellow and red, just like we did before, to make a rich orange color, and paint a triangle right in the middle of the face. Again, you might want to use a smaller brush. Now I'm going to use a Sharpie marker to outline some of these lines, just to clean up my edges. I'm also going to use my Sharpie marker to draw some tic-tac-toe signs on top of my hat and on my shirt, and some X's going around the face of my scarecrow so he looks like he's sewn together. Good job, everybody! Now I'm going to show you another fun trick to do the buttons. You're going to take the stick end of your brush and you're going to dip it in your black paint and push on the canvas and twist to make the round buttons. Now to clean up my edges, I'm going to switch to a smaller brush, dip it in black paint, and just go over all of my pencil lines. Finally, I'm going to add the words "Happy Fall, y'all," just to make this painting more fun. You can also do this step using a Sharpie marker if it's a little easier for you. Alright everybody, that's the last step for this project. Y'all did a great job today.